Hi, this demo is for online Game 370 level design. We're going to be brainstorming today our midterm project. Midterm project is a six or seven module long level that needs to be designed by you, and the starting phase is the brainstorm process. So let's get rolling with that. Here I've jotted down a couple key facts or requirements for the level. We're going to make an action-adventure platformer, which is a pretty broad term. You can take it any way you want. Minimal combat. I don't want a level with 900 bots you shoot, and that's the end of the level. I want to kind of stress the environment itself and the interaction with the level and environment. We have to create an over-the-top moment, which can be interpreted in a million different ways. I gave some examples on the page topics. It could be anything from an ooh and ah moment to a scary moment to something very relaxing and peaceful. And you're required to have at least one vertical challenge section, which is very platformer-ish. That's about 2 stories high. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly 2 stories, and if you're not using buildings, you can use natural objects, and I said a story is about 10 feet high, so 20 feet high or whatever. So the first key thing is I'm going to start a new page, and I'm going to start jotting down ideas without thinking a whole lot about my level. I'm just going to start rolling with whatever pops into my brain. Right away I'm thinking of elevation. It's a weird word to write right away, but jump. What do I jump from? I jump from platforms. It's kind of boring. I like where that's going. Elevations, I think of buildings, and I think of alleys behind the buildings, and I think of garbage in the alleys, and I'm thinking of a smelly banana in the alley, and I'm thinking of rats in the alley, and when I think of stinky alleys, I think of New York City, 1970s, early 80s New York City. What else? I'm going to start another page and kind of roll with the 1970s, 1980s New York City. I like where that's going. As soon as I get stuck on a word, I either branch off and start adding words to other sections, or I go off and create another brainstorming session based on something I like, which I'm going to go with 1980s New York City. And there's always been a romance with me with all the old movies about New York City. And what do I think of 1980s New York City? I think of Chud. That is a great movie. I'm a big horror movie fan. If anyone's seen Chud, Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers. Oh, it's a classic. I think of Chud. I think of sewers, because they come out of the sewers. And when they come out of the sewers, they tend to bite people. And they eat people. And I remember this great scene where you see its creepy hand come out of the manhole cover, grab a dog and eat it. Manhole cover. Eats dog. That went in a strange direction. Now we're talking about Chuds eating dogs. What else is in 1980s New York City? Old school arcades. We have pinball. I have all the different street characters. Street people. And I kind of hit a dead end there with old arcades of New York. So I'm really digging this chud idea here. I'm going to start a new page based on chud. And you can go as fast or slow as you want. Right now I'm going a little fast. I don't want this demo to go too long, but you can really slow down and investigate some strange angles if you want. Like I wrote smelly banana back there. You could do a whole line of things based on a smelly banana. And creatures that come out of the smelly banana, and the guy who tries to clean up the smelly banana. It can go on and on and on and on. You can go any direction you want. So the chuds, they come out at night. Nighttime creatures. They are government cover-up. See, in the movie, the government has been storing toxic waste in the sewers, and this has created chuds. This is the big government cover-up. Toxic waste. Nighttime creatures. Back to the sewers. I could see you having to go down into the sewers. That could be a level on its own. Investigate sewers with a flashlight. Maybe the flashlight would repel the chuds. Repels chuds. Maybe you don't even go in it down in the sewer. Maybe you send out a little robot, a mechanical robot type drone into the sewers. I don't know how that would fit into 1980s New York, but I'm not going to think about that now. Drone. When he's in the sewers, he finds rats. Not only rats, but chud rats. Chud rats. Which you're investigating. Now I ran off the page, but that's okay. When you do this early phase of brainstorming, these scribbles are for you and you alone. Later on, you take these ideas and you put them in a nice package with Visio or Illustrator or Photoshop and make something nice and readable, which will go into your pre-production package. But for now, just scribble away and do what you want. Nighttime creatures in the streets. People hide. Defenseless. Alright, I'm starting to run out of ideas. We have two ways we can go here. We've got the sewer angle, or we have they come out at night and hit the streets. I don't want to work on a sewer level, so I think I'm going to go with the nighttime creature angle. So let's start another page. And I'm just going to put chud in the middle again, because this is all about the chuds. Again, they come out at night in the streets. Your hero is isolated, cut off from his friends, cut off from the rest of the world. The chud is a chud horde, almost a zombie, turning into a zombie apocalypse here. Chud horde. If they're a chud horde of zombies, I'm going to make them slow moving. So I'll also slow down the size of my level. I won't have some giant level to work with. Isolated, no weapons. Maybe my only weapon is a flashlight. That chases them off. Flashlight. Where am I running to? Where am I escaping? Must escape to the top of a building. What's the top of the building? People. People are waving at me. My friends are up there. People are signaling me. Must find a way to the top of the building and avoid the chud horde. All right. This is an excellent start. We've gone from action-adventure, platformer, to chud, nighttime creatures, streets, people hiding defenseless, sewers, flashlights, smelly banana. Now I must make my way to the top of a building because people are signaling me, and I find my way to the top. This is good. Alright, I'm going to run with this and clean this up even more. But for now, I think this is a good start. And on the second part of this demo, we will move this into Illustrator or Visio, clean it up, and even expand it more. Alright, until then, thank you for watching the demo.